Hey besties! Today we're back with another video. I really enjoyed making the first one, and this is a part 2 to vinyl records that don't exist but should. Vinyl records that should exist but don't. I can never get the title right. Something about them existing. I've moved over to this side so we can see all the records here. Our first mock-up is Dear Society on a 7-inch by Madison Beer. This, if you know, you know. Once I properly got into Madison Beer, it was like my first favourite song by her. And then I have another favourite song now, but this is like always going to be one of my favourites, like deep down. Like this holds a special place in my heart. We need this so bad. We need to go back to like Madison's other eras, get 7-inch vinyl from those in preparation for the third album, which she is finishing, which is really exciting. I think the single cover is good for this because it's like a prescription, isn't it? I think the center label, I don't remember the photo being this zoomed in and this crooked, but she's basically like this, and I think that'd be cool. Like she's like trapped in the vinyl, you know what I mean, for the center label. And then we have like this smoky grey pressing, which I just think suits the vibe. I'm not too bothered about what pressing we would get, as long as it's not a standard black, which I don't think they'd do to us. Our next vinyl we have is Miss Possessive Tour Live. I would kill for this because I went to the Miss Possessive tour nearly a month ago now, that's gone so fast. That is so weird. Anyway, best concert I've ever been to in my life. That was actually like an experience. Like that was just phenomenal. And she sounds so good live. The way she sang Purple Lace Bra live. If I never ever get that in some streaming form, especially with like on vinyl, I'm gonna cry and I'm gonna protest because just her live is such an experience. It's phenomenal, and Purple Lace Bra live is like still the same song, but it's also like a different song, if that makes any sense. The guitarist went crazy, and I would love to have a whole live album of this tour because it would be so good. And I'm thinking a purple pressing because Purple Lace Bra, to be honest, that's why. It could be any pressing. And then just some photo of a live on tour. For some reason, I really struggled to find one. I don't have any myself because I had to zoom in and my back camera is like broken for photos zoomed in, so I was just videoing instead. Credits to whoever took this. It is a little blurry though. There'll definitely be a better photo, but I just think her in like the purple bra would just be really cool. Next, I'm quite hopeful we might get this one. Like maybe not, because I'm pretty sure she doesn't have any other 7-inch vinyl. But we have Stateside by Pink Pantheress. As soon as this came out, I just knew this was my new favourite Pink Panther song. It is so good. It is still my favourite song off the album, but I love Fancy That so much. And this would be sick. My original idea for the cover, like the jacket cover, was all the men like pressed up against the phone booth and her inside of it. But then I saw this photo and I was like, wait, I kind of love that. So I went for that instead. And as for the pressing, I feel like it kind of looks like a paint splatter, like she's being like painted over in the photo. But I just think the pink, because Pink Panther, and then the black surrounding it just looks so good. I love this pressing. I would kill for this. If I didn't get this and it was limited, I'd cry. I'm really happy with this one. So next we have our first and I think only soundtrack, which is Gilmore Girls, or like soundtrack, or maybe just a like opening theme. Honestly, this is one of those ones where I'm like, this isn't gonna get made, but if it like, it's not a necessity, but if it did, it would be so cute. And I also actually added a sleeve for this one because usually I just leave the sleeve up to everyone's imagination, but this one I decided to add it because basically I thought the cover would be cute, of like a picture of Rory and Lorelai like from a scene, and then I actually just thought maybe it would probably be this if it was to be made, and this is really cute too. And then inside we could get an insert of Rory and Lorelai. Probably not this photo, but I was really struggling to find cute photos of them because I wasn't using Pinterest, I was just using Google Images, so maybe that's why. And then the pressing, just some orangey brown autumn vibes would be perfect. I think this would be really cute, and if it was just a theme tune, I'd want it to. I think a 12-inch single would still be cute, even though it's not exactly necessary to be that big for one song. I think it would be cute. So this next one is one of the two that I actually made for part one and somehow missed out on my laptop to send to myself and then forgot about it until I already did the video and uploaded it. So I was like, okay, now I have to do a part two. That is One Direction's Midnight Memories. This is their only record that hasn't been pressed on vinyl. So surely they're going to do it at some point, because why would you just randomly miss out the third one? To be honest, because I edited this quite a little bit ago now, like weeks ago or a month ago or whatever, I don't agree with this pressing. As in, I think it should be red and black somehow, a splatter, like a blob. I don't know, probably red and black, but I've just done a red one, apparently. This is absolutely necessary, and will happen. I don't know what pressing, hopefully a cuter one than what I've done, but this next one is one of the ones I don't think will ever get made, but a girl can dream. That is Dirty Little Secret 7-inch single by Nessa Barrett. We need Nessa on 7-inch. We actually need it so bad. Her and Madison and Tate, we need to start getting 7-inch vinyl for them, because I just know their teams would do such a good job. I know they would look so cute. This is the single cover already for Dirty Little Secret, and I thought it was just perfect, so I put that on. As for the center label, it's a screenshot from the music video, I'm pretty sure. Just anything from the music video would be pretty cool, but I feel like this is the most like famous photo from that music video, if that makes sense. And then the pressing I thought are red because it ties in nicely with the cherries. This was her... No, it wasn't her first. That was Passenger Princess. Was this her second single from the album? It's definitely a single, I swear. And it has a music video. But anyways, I need to see this happening. My next mock-up I made is my second favourite, I think, Addison song, sorry. That is Fame is a Gun. First off, Addison, full stop. That's no, actually I need to share this. Right, sorry. Going off track for a second. Today, I'm filming this on Tuesday the 24th, so we're going to ignore the fact I'm filming this a day before it's due to go out. A week on Friday, so on Friday the 4th of July, me and my boyfriend are travelling to London to go watch Lana Del Rey. I will vlog the whole thing. I'm making this promise right now, but I'm going to vlog Lana. And then recently, Addison announced tickets, right? Every date shows up. London shows up. Everything shows up on Ticketmaster but Manchester. So then I'm really sad I didn't get tickets. I go set up a Twickets alert for the Manchester date, praying I still get them. However, and then I open Instagram the next day. Lana Del Rey announces her openers, and only for London, Addison is opening. And I got London tickets because I could not get Liverpool tickets. Liverpool was like my go-to, and I had to get London because I was not missing out on Lana, and it's in Wembley, so that's pretty cool. So London I didn't get by choice, basically, and now Addison's playing there. So I feel like I've been blessed because I get to see Addison now. Anyways, back to this video. Sorry, I'm just so excited. Fame is a Gun, especially because of her pink plasticky coat. I'm thinking pink is the pressing and pink is the colour of this song. That's just what it's given to me. Or like the dark blue, we see that a lot. The cover, low-key, could not be bothered editing. I'm so sorry. Just imagine the Fame as a Gun is actually like readable and on the cover, and that it doesn't say stars in. That is just a clip from the music video. Pressing, I actually think this pressing is perfect. I think this is spot on for Fame is a Gun, a cute little pink translucent moment. My next mock-up is also one I never made for part one, but I was meant to and forgot I ever had the idea until I put the video out. So clearly, somebody has ADHD. I kicked my foot and accidentally kicked the tripod up into the air. And it's my sister's, so if you're watching this, I didn't do that. That was a lie. I lied. This one is a 7-inch and it is I Know Love. If you saw my So Close to What T-list ranking video, you'll know that this song is god tier to me because it's two of my favourite artists. The pressing, I'm just looking at it now, it like kind of matches the vibe but doesn't at the same time. Like this one is one of the ones where I struggled a little bit, but I still wanted to put the idea out. This one is my one I'm most excited to talk about and share in today's video because this is an artist I can talk about nearly nobody with because he is an actor that a lot of people may know, and he's from a show that everyone will have heard of, and he started his music career a couple of years ago, and I've been there since the start, and I am in love with all of his music, and he doesn't have an album yet, he just put out a load of singles, so I think that ECAT19 mixtape would be a good idea. I don't know if he's planning to do albums or what, but all of his singles he's released as of so far, I think would be sick to put on a vinyl. And I think this would end up being my most played vinyl. I just love his music. If you don't know who ECAT19 is, it is Ethan Kutkoski, if that's how you pronounce his name. It is Carl, the best character, in Shameless. So I feel like you've all heard of Shameless. He literally might be one of my favourite male artists ever, after the Kid Laroi. So this needs to be made. Because he doesn't have an album or anything, and I didn't know what vibe to go for the cover, I just put the cover of Falling Deep, because I don't know, I just feel like that really fits the vibe of his songs, like all of his songs. To go along with that, we have the green pressing, which I think is again perfect, just gives the vibes of his music and it matches the cover. And for the center label, that is the single cover for his song Diamonds, which I kind of just put that because it matches all the greens. But yeah, if I could choose, I don't know, actually. I was going to say if I could choose any vinyl to come to life from this video, it would be this one. Just I do want that Dear Society 7-inch and that Miss Possessive Tour Live. Either of them three, I would be picking those. Next one is a newer single, and it is, of course, the Kid Laroi, and it is How Does It Feel? And on the other side could be All I Want Is You. Two really good songs. So this is the single cover, and I kept saying to my boyfriend, like, it just looks really cool. Like, I think it's just a cool single cover that matches the vibe, so I've kept with that, because the pressing, I think, fits the vibe. I actually really like this pressing. It was something about strawberries or raspberries or cherries, something that's red. And the center label, just another photo from the shoot. So this mock-up is another one I'm a little excited to talk about. I really like talking about smaller artists, as in you will 100% know at least one of this artist's songs if you use TikTok. I don't use TikTok anymore. This was like a few years ago, but you just hear it everywhere. So pretty, it hurts. Baby, I'm yours. Baby, I'm yours. But this is an album by an artist I've gotten into fairly recently, and she is just so cool, and I love her music, and she is just so pretty and so cool. So this is her album called Raven. She doesn't have any vinyl yet, so this is a realistic one. Raven is an amazing album. I think it's just like a bunch of her songs she put into an album, so kind of like the thing I was saying that ECAT19 could do. That'll be sick. The pressing was giving Raven. That's all. The pressing was giving Raven. Nothing more. This would be really cool. She needs more streams, so does ECAT19. Just saying. This next mock-up is an artist that has already been mentioned in this video once, and it is another 7-inch single for her, and that is Nessa Barrett with Pins and Needles. This is a hugely loved song by the fandom. Such a good song. It even had like a fan video for its music video. Really cool. The picture I was struggling with a little bit because the music video is a few clips of Nessa like this, but mainly fan videos, so obviously I'm not going to get a random picture of random people. But this is very blurry, so if it was just a little more clear, because it is meant to be blurry, but it's very pixelated. If we just made it a little clearer, again, this green pressing, I just thought fit the vibe. The center label, the cropping is completely off and you can't see her face, so it might look a little strange, so I apologise. We just need more 7 inches from all these artists and records in general. This mock-up, an artist I am obsessed with and I am low-key in love with, is Leave Me Alone on 7-inch by Renee Rapp. This song, how I describe it to people, is that Pink, Kesha, and Rihanna's Shut Up and Drive had a baby. Specifically just Rihanna's Shut Up and Drive, and then Kesha and Pink as a whole. Them three things had a baby, and this song was born. I think having the red jacket would match the red pressing. And then this is from the music video on the cover. I just thought this cover was quite perfect. Next, no surprise here, we're talking about the Kid Laroi again. He's only actually got one whole album on vinyl. The full album he has pressed on vinyl is the deluxe, the first time deluxe, right? But we don't have the first time normal, and I am obsessed with the cover. That is one of my favourite covers for an album. I just think the vibes are so cool, and it just really pulls together the vibe of the album. I think we need the first time normal. That was my brackets, normal. On vinyl. And pressing, I was low-key struggling with again, but it's just there's a lot of whites going on. Maybe just more of a neutral pressing. To be honest, it'll probably be standard black, but at least we get it. Center label, I actually specifically a few a bit of the time I do actually specifically search for the centre label, like I'll say before I might come across a photo. This one I like knew what I wanted. I knew I wanted him in that hat, with that like lighting. I just thought that was definitely the vibe. So I'm very proud of the centre label choice. Finally, our last mock-up we have for this video, I actually did make for the first video I did of this. If you haven't seen that already, please go check it out. This is one I made for that, and then somehow missed it out and completely forgot about it. So here it is now. And this is one that again I don't think will happen. But this is Difficult on 7" by Gracie Abrams, because this was my favourite Gracie Abrams song ever for a while. Now I don't know what my favourite song is anymore. I have a few. But this will forever hold a special place in my heart. Like, I would love for this to be on a 7" final, because I can just whip it on then and just be like, yeah, I'm just feeling putting Difficult on right now. So that was my video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this part 2. And if you're new to this channel or haven't seen it yet, please go check out my part 1 to this video. And another video I'm very proud of is my So Close to What tier ranking for any Tate fans or anyone who just likes tier ranking videos. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you next Wednesday.